Hello everyone. Had my first lot of my new chemo yesterday, which was something called EC. So I get two different types, and my immunotherapy. I didn't realise I was having that as well. It was eventful because it was a new one and a new drug, and I know that it's 3 weeks to recover. So I'm looking forward to having a week off of going to the hospital. That's going to be nice. But I was very nervous, very apprehensive. John dropped me off, and was very sweet. And then as I'm walking down the stairs towards the unit, I got a bit overwhelmed and teary. And I bumped into one of my old nurses who'd left the unit, and she was so sweet. She was in civvies, so God knows where she was going, but she stopped and chatted to me, and she was like, I think that you'll be fine. You've not had minimal side effects so far, so it should be the same as that. So I'm getting teary again. So I was like, okay, and I thought, yeah, manned up, I can do this. And so then I headed to the unit and just sort of was still teary. So I'm sitting outside where you have the chemo treatment and just bawling my eyes out, really. And there were some lovely people that came and sat and kept me company. They were waiting for other people, or one of them was in treatment for herself. And she was not so much. She was telling me awful stories about how she's got brain tumour and it's come back, and I was like, I don't need to hear this. But I think in some ways there's people, there's a whole lot of people a lot worse off than me. I'm doing really well, so maybe that was the kick up the bum it was meant to give me. I don't know. But the other lady, Pam, she was not able to go into chemo with her friend, but she was just sort of sitting outside crocheting, and she was like, she's an ex-cancer survivor, and she was telling me all about this and the other, and helped distract me. So that was really very nice, because I didn't go in for an hour and a half, so I had to sit outside in a teary mess to then because for an hour and a half. So unfortunately someone had a bad reaction, so they were all dealing with them, and the bed hadn't cleared properly, or the chair hadn't cleared properly. So and that was, that's what I'm worried about. I was worried about. I knew chemotherapy might have different reactions, and I might just, upshot is none of that happened. That was worst case scenario. And but I did have a new nurse, this young lad that I had not engaged with before, trying to explain, I'm a crier and I'm going to be upset. So then he took his absolute sweet time to tell me all about what I was going to go through, which was lovely. I think he meant it to be reassuring, but you just think, and I got a cold cap and I got to do this. So it all went very smoothly. He sat with me there. So I had my immunotherapy, or had my cold cap, my pre-meds, then my immunotherapy, which was, he was quite worried about that and the reactions, but I was like, I've had this 4 times already, so I wasn't worried about that. So I got my laptop out and was able to do that. And then the next session, they delivered slightly differently in syringes into the pump, but it's only 10 minutes. And I said to him, something that's only 10 minutes can't be that bad. And his eyes, he's got a mask on, he was like, And I said, that's what I'm telling myself, don't worry. So yeah, a bit of foolhardy, trick your mind into thinking what you want it to think. Oh, we've got builders next door, great. So he had to sit and watch me, and then change it after 5 minutes anyway. So he needed to be there to do that. So and I was completely just sitting still thinking, and he's like, do you feel anything? Do you feel tingling? And I was like, I don't know, do I feel tingling? I think I feel tingling, or is my arm stuck on the armrest? I just think, oh. So I was, so it was a bit of a anxious mess. But once it was done, it's done. It's done. So it did end up being, I think I went in at 11:30, and we got out at 5. And I was like, it shouldn't be that long. It should be 3 hours. So maybe 3.5, but it shouldn't be that long. But never mind. Is what it is. I was supposed to be teaching guitar at 5 o'clock, so I had to cancel that lady. But that did mean I had a lovely evening with John, and we ended up having dinner in the garden and playing the board game just to chill out and try and stay cool, because it's very hot yesterday. So so far side effects have been more of the same. I'm taking my nausea medication. Maybe I'm getting indigestion. Just taking that. Um, and so, yeah, I've slept well. I've not got any new side effects. Did make my pee turn red, but it seemed to be like while I was still in the unit, it doesn't flush through quite quickly. Yeah, that's because this is called the Red Devil. So hopefully I will tolerate this one as well as I did. They do say that the side effects might not kick in for 2-3 days, so I might do another video if I get worse, and if I don't, then it's fine. I'm just looking at my eyebrows. They're receding. And I'm sure they used to be right here. They are getting slightly thinner, so they might be going. And another thing is I might not keep my hair on this treatment. It's notorious. It's different, so treat it differently and see what happens. But so far, cold cat's working. No hair loss. Anyway, that was a long video, but it was a traumatic one yesterday for me. But done it now, and so if I provided I don't feel too sick and stuff over the next 3 weeks, then should be plain sailing if I build up on that. Anyway, thank you for listening. Oh, and wanted to thank everyone that has been checking in with me, and all your support and your comments. It is really nice to hear that you're thinking about me. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.